So Global Dokkan has officially given the information for the 8th anniversary LRs, along with in the actual in-game news, they did tease the Dokkan events. Now, I do think that this, because this is being teased this early and we already have the or like all the details revealed on the official Twitter, I do think that this means that the anniversary LRs likely will drop on the same day. Now, I guess it's not 100% obviously, but I do think that this is a good sign that the LRs will drop the same day the anniversary starts, just like it was on JP, which would be very, very exciting, right? On the JP version, we had the teasers the same day as long as them dropping in game. So it's kind of different, right? Because it's a few days before, but like, I don't know. I feel like they're not going to wait too long. Like, because it's technically the 5th for most people, right? So I think the 5th, the teasers is 2 days later, the banners drop. That's the usual time frame, but it's anniversaries, things could be different, right? Funny enough, they're actually in the data, just that we can't actually see them here. If we go to all cards, and then I think that they are in here. If we turn this on, yeah, you see they're already in the data download as well. Just that they have a release date that's like in 2038, right? So that's why we were not able to see them in the data download earlier until, you know, Hair Attorney actually posted it out and, you know, gave us more details about this. But one other nice thing, I guess, for global players is that they did include the OST in here, right? Let me actually pause this, right? You can hear that they actually included the OST in here, right? Which I think is pretty good. To actually, like, they mixed the OST. A lot of people aren't really fans of the, like, look, we could, if we hear it here, you see they actually, like, more or less, it sounds like good for how Dokkan usually, like, you know, mixes the OST. It's usually like very low with the voices or the music's too loud, but now they did a perfect blend this time, which is good. Hopefully they keep doing this for the future. I don't know why it took them so long to get that done, but that is a thing. Now, I do have the anniversary LRs pulled up, but I don't really think I have to explain what these guys are doing anymore, because we all know what they're doing. Again, this unit builds up their damage reduction, they get a bunch of additionals based on the key you get, very consistent, use the standby, this guy can revive with the finish skill, and launch a spirit bomb counter. This unit, you stack defense with them, they build up crit, again, same kind of design, and then when they win here, you charge up the spirit bomb, you launch the finish attack, and you're able to like basically do like one shot kind of damage to the enemy with both of these units. I don't think I have to explain what these units do, because at this point, like, we've been waiting for these guys for 6 months on global, so I'm sure many of you guys do know. And worst case scenario, I will have showcase videos out. Should I do it tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow or the day after, for sure. I will have videos out for these guys. And I'll break down exactly what they do in more detail. I also have a video out that I put earlier talking about how exactly their standby skills work. So feel free to check that out if you have to. And you want to support further information with in-game gameplay. Now, I do also want to cover some stuff I missed from earlier's data download, right? So earlier I did cover Vegito and Buhan, but I want to cover some stuff that we actually were unable to cover because Dokkan info hadn't updated as of this moment, and Pro10 finally posted a thread which actually gives us more insight on exactly everything that's coming. First and foremost, I want to answer, no, the A and B tickets are not in the data download, but neither are the animated banners either. I do think that the Dokkan Fest A and B tickets that you'll get when you actually summon on the banners will be available. If you want to, I guess I'm plugging all these different videos I made that I go in depth about the anniversary, but there is a lot to talk about. If you want to know exactly how the tickets will work and etc., when the banner comes out, I'll make a video on it, and I do have an existing one talking about all the existing tickets that we see are in this data download, which is very nice, right? It's like weird. It's like I technically like plugging, but it's like my own videos, and it's so you guys can understand what's going on, right? Now we have the 8th anniversary movie here, which looks pretty fine, right? I think that again, a lot of people are not a fan of the dub voice lines, and this one is one that people aren't really a fan of. The line does sound kind of weird. Honestly, I think they're like in some places they're like okay, But in a lot of situations, they do sound kind of like people are saying like AI generated and stuff, and I kind of get it. It's very choppy. It sounds like they got a bunch of lines from different sources and then pushed them together. I got heard apparently some of these lines were from Xenoverse One, and it's like those lines are like recorded years ago, like a long time ago. I mean, Xenoverse One isn't Xenoverse like a decade old? Xenoverse 1. Actually, let me bring it up, like, because if these voice lines are from Xenoverse, let's see, yeah, Xenoverse 1 released February 5th 2015, so that's 8 years ago, dude. uh so I understand these voice lines are old, but it's kind of weird. Card arts are good, I think. The Gotenks and Piccolo, then the Nova and Shenron, honestly, they're not really worth talking about. They're cool, I guess, right? Sure. This new Goku, fine. I covered the Babidi and the Herco earlier. Now this stage is pretty cool. It's essentially like a I wouldn't say like a replacement for Boss Rush, but kind of. As you see, there's no Boss Rush actually in the 8th anniversary. What we got was we got this special training with Goku event. It's actually in the upcoming missions, but you could see that you are able to get a total of 30 stones from clearing these missions. Now, I believe if I open up Dokkan info, and then yeah, we're already in the global version. If we go all the way down here, we will be able to see the missions right here. Bam. Actually, no, it's a speed battle. We'll get to that. I think it's this one. Yeah. So you see the first mission releases on, actually, no, both missions released on the 6th. Okay, that's good. That's when the anniversary actually starts, the 6th at 5 p.m. So in 2 days. I guess in like a day and a half, basically, right? And you get 30 stones from this. Just quick and easy. These stages are not hard at all. Very, very easy stages to clear, which is really, really good. Next we have the Pilaf Pure Tenacity. This is basically just a skill orb event for Power Wishes. If you're on JP, this came back recently. This does come back for the, like, right before the Tanabata celebration. I guess it'll be, it might be right before Tanabata or just with the Turles Part 2 celebration. It was its own, like, mini celebration, so you can't say for sure when it'll drop. But this event is really good because you get really good skill orbs from this. They're all EX skill orbs that you get from this event. All of them are EX skill orbs. So I would say do not go crazy with skill orbs for the 8th anniversary units just yet. Even in, well, I guess even in general, Power Wishes units and eventually 8th anniversary units do get their own event where there's skill orbs that are available. I guess I'll bring it up now that I'm talking about it. But any Power Wishes units that you haven't gave skill orbs yet that are upcoming in the future, or even or something like that, or may EZA in the future, it's not in here, huh? Yeah, but the 8th anniversary event essentially gives you really good, it should be a challenge event here, gives you really, really good skill orbs. I want to actually show it here. Hello, where is it? There it is, right here. 8th anniversary battle. If you see these skill orbs right here, hello, they're in the missions, right? Look at this. You get 800 defense. What is it? 4 crit and 4 additional, then 5 crit, 5 additional for gold. These are just free. This comes in the last part of the anniversary, so I wouldn't recommend using your strong skill orbs on these guys just yet. Keep that in mind. Next, we have the Ultimate Speed Battle, which I think is cool that they're actually bringing. It wasn't really sure if they're going to bring it to the global version. This is basically just a new stage added to it. Wasn't really too hard. There's missions to beat it under 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and then 5 minutes and 47 seconds. I think on JP these are staggered, but on global these seem to be just instantly. There is a specific strat with like Ajo or Gohan you could use, and I remember using that strat when it came out. And you should be able to get this done pretty simply. You may need to like keep farming for it a couple of times, but there are unlimited attempts, and I think it's good that they actually did bring this because this is just extra content, extra stones you can get. I mean, how many stones is this? 10 extra stones. Pretty good, right? Next we have the Ultimate Technique Seize the Victory with the Spirit Bomb. This is like kind of like an event you don't need to have the new units to beat this event, but you want to do a certain amount of damage to the enemy. And yeah, if you see right here, you get tickets from here, you get a lot of stone rewards, and you basically need to do a certain amount of damage. It's kind of like a nuking event. I don't remember at the top of my head if you could use items for this. I think you can, but essentially you want to do a certain amount of damage The enemies don't take damage unless you do 10 million or more, which is a good thing, right? They don't really like take damage, they're very tanky, unless you deal this amount of damage to the enemy. And 40 million, not really too difficult to get. There are certain strats you want to use for this. And again, with all these events, I did cover them previously. Now, we have the three first events for, or the stages for the Shadow Dragons events. The third part of the anniversary, you will get the Shinran fight, which is a very difficult fight. We have this event here, the Super Warrior Memorial. I think this is the one where you get the support memory, and then, I think it's this one actually. No, this is the one you get the Hercule, huh? Yeah, this is where you farm the free-to-play Hercule and then awaken him in the future. Then we have the second one right here. This is where you get the Dragon Ball Saga support memory. This one's actually pretty solid, right? Actually, like, yeah, 3 turns from the third turn. 10% attacking defense, 1 key. So if you're running like 23rd World Tournament Goku, Ma Jr., this is actually a pretty good support memory to use, right? Remember this came out, we were like, why is this a thing? And then Golden Week came out, and we're like, oh, that makes sense, right? This is the story event where you get the Bobbity units, the Majin Vegeta one right here. Oob is on here, which is funny, but like you don't actually get to use Oob. Oob's not in there. Covered Vegito earlier, covered Boo earlier. The tickets here, as expected, the rainbow tickets that you use in part 2. The special 77 summon here. This is the Extreme Z Dokkan Fest tickets that are exclusive to Global. Then you have the red and purple stones, which should have the same choices as the JP version, but that is it here. Global data download, 8th anniversary units officially revealed. A lot of exciting stuff coming for Global, tons of rewards. I expect the banners to be out on the 7th. We'll see 100%. But let me know what y'all think. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.